I don't know. Like it short करना तिकडे तिकडे.
Talking about Krebs cycle. Resharing the screen with you all. Again, children, this cycle is really very important. I had spoken about the ultrastructure of mitochondria, also giving you all great details about it. Now, the site of Krebs cycle, as mentioned before, is your mitochondrial matrix. Inside the mitochondrial matrix, you have group of enzymes present. These enzymes are going to further show certain metabolic reactions. The starting compound present over here is your acetyl-CoA. Guys, over here, I'm going to consider only one molecule of acetyl coenzyme A. मतलब एक cycle में मैं एक molecule consider कर रही हूँ. There would be two cycles going on simultaneously. So you have this acetyl-CoA. I'm considering only one molecule of it, and it has 2 carbons. This acetyl-CoA is going to undergo the first reaction over here. Guys, in the first reaction itself, we would have another compound present inside the mitochondrial matrix already. It's a cycle, children. अंदर कुछ ना कुछ तो तुम लोग को definitely मिलेगा. So inside the mitochondrial matrix, you already have something called oxaloacetic acid, abbreviated as OAA. Questions में बाद में जब भी हम solve करेंगे या तुम्हें मैं कोई kind of assignment दूंगी तो वहाँ पे OA mention रहेगा. Do not get confused. What is this OA? It's a short form of oxaloacetic acid. Now this oxaloacetic acid is with 4 carbons. Acetyl-CoA अपने पास entry मार रहा है, वो acetyl-CoA के पास है totally 2 carbon. Oxaloacetic acid has 4 carbons. Plus there would be an involvement of water over here. Can I call the step as hydration, children? The step over here is termed to be hydration. And it is going to lead to formation of a compound. You know the first compound over here, that is citric acid. This citric acid is with how many carbons in all? 2 carbon acetyl-CoA का, 4 carbon oxaloacetic acid का. Total हो गया कितना carbons? 6 carbons. So the first step is hydration. Of course, we need to write the enzyme involved over here. The enzyme involved over here is pretty simple, children. Enzyme is citrate synthase. Citric acid synthesize हुआ है. Enzyme का नाम है citrate synthase. Now this citric acid is going to lose water. Children, पानी का निकलना can be termed to be dehydration. So this citric acid is going to lose some amount of water here. And the step is termed to be dehydration. One second, let me check, did I switch on the recording or not? Yeah. So guys, the step involved is dehydration. And the product formed over here is cis-aconitic acid. हम लोग ने कार्बन्स को हाथ नहीं लगाया है, कार्बन जितना था उतना ही रहेगा, and it is 6 carbon. Now this cis-aconitic acid is going to undergo the next reaction, जिसमें फिर से there would be addition of water. I know it sounds lame, but that's what your Krebs had seen happening inside that mitochondrial matrix. So the step over here is addition of water, that means hydration. And children, the enzyme involved in both these reactions is the same. That is, I'm writing it inside. I won't have much space outside and I don't want it to look bad. The enzyme involved in both these reactions is same, that is aconitase. And it's going to form our next compound, that is isocitrate. One more very important thing to note over here, children. Other than your enzyme, you also have a cofactor involved. The cofactor involved along with aconitase always would be iron. So you have ferric ion involved over here, which is going to be acting as a cofactor for your enzyme aconitase. और क्या product बना है हमारे पास? It's isocitric acid, or we may also call it as isocitrate, doesn't make any difference, great. And over here, again, your isocitrate or isocitric acid is with 6 carbon. I'll quickly give a review of this again. Here we have acetyl-CoA, which is entering inside the mitochondrial matrix. It has undergone the step that was link reaction, and the product of link reaction is your acetyl-CoA. It's with 2 carbons. The moment it reaches the mitochondrial matrix, it finds a 4 carbon compound that is called oxaloacetic acid, abbreviated as oxalo-OAA. This OA with 4 carbon is going to combine with acetyl-CoA having 2 carbon, forming a 6 carbon compound that's called citric acid. Over here, for formation of citric acid, you would require this H2O. The step is said to be hydration. The enzyme involved in this reaction is citrate synthase, and it's going to lead to production of citric acid as mentioned before. This citric acid is now going to lose water. Pani ka nikalna can be termed as dehydration. It's going to happen in presence of the biocatalyst called aconitase, and the cofactor involved in this reaction is Fe2+. Product formed is cis-aconitic acid, and this cis-aconitic acid is again going to gain water. Gaining water is said to be hydration. The enzyme involved or the biocatalyst involved is the same, that is aconitase. The cofactor again required by aconitase is same, that is ferric ion. And it's going to form isocitric acid or isocitrate, which is also of 6 carbon. Now children, nobody has made this pathway. This is how it had happened when it happens, sorry. This is how it happens in the process of aerobic respiration inside the mitochondrial matrix. Okay. Moving ahead, isocitrate or this isocitric acid for the first time is going to show a reaction wherein hydrogen निकलेगा. You know the step is termed to be oxidation or also termed to be dehydrogenation. Your choice, अपन कुछ भी बुला सकते हैं. And there would be release of hydrogen. So over here we have involvement of NAD plus getting converted to NADH plus H plus. Children, जब इस step का नाम है oxidation or dehydrogenation, enzyme would be like last time dehydrogenase. ठीक है? Dehydrogenase working on isocitrate would be called isocitrate. Children, मैं थोड़ा short form में लिख रही हूँ. Hydrogen है ये, dehydrogenase. I'm writing it this way. I hope you get it. ठीक है? And it is forming the product that's termed to be oxalosuccinic acid. and this is again with 6 carbons. Samjha? Now guys, this oxalosuccinic acid, can I say, अच्छा तुम लोग को question ऐसा भी पूछा जा सकता है children. Oxalosuccinic acid is a product of which reaction? तुम लोग को यहाँ पे एक hint देने जा रही हूँ मैं. Please listen to me very carefully. Step का नाम क्या है? Oxidation. Product का नाम क्या है? Oxalo. Ox आया तो ox आया. It doesn't apply everywhere, but wherever you will find ox in this cycle, उससे just पहले का step is definitely oxidation. So over here, oxalosuccinic was formed after oxidation. I repeat, जब ये product के नाम में ox है in Krebs cycle, guys, product के नाम में ox है तो पहले का reaction definitely oxidation है. Do you find another ox over here? Oxaloacetic acid, maybe ox है. What would be the reaction just prior to it? Waiting for your answers here. Perfect. Very good, very good. That means people are following it. Great. So product के नाम में ox है तो reaction में ox है. Product के नाम में ox है, जब भी अपन complete करते रहेंगे, trust me, इधर भी oxidation ही होगा. Let's proceed further. That's way to remember it, children, because बहुत सारे अलग-अलग products आएंगे, बहुत सारे enzymes के नाम आएंगे and steps भी आएंगे. So we'll have to have some very quick ways of understanding and remembering these cycles. All right. Oxalosuccinic acid, for the first time, children. For the first time, you're going to see a reaction in Krebs cycle, which is quite different over here. This oxalosuccinic acid is going to release carbon. Children, carbon का निकलना can be termed as decarboxylation. Public, if decarboxylation is the step, enzyme's name would be, I'm waiting for your answer. If decarboxylation is the step, enzyme's name would be. Yes, Sakshi was right. Akshay was right. Kavish wrong. No, it's decarboxylase. Children, if the step is decarboxylation, enzyme would be decarboxylase, and decarboxylase working on oxalosuccinic would be termed as oxalosuccinate decarboxylase. Okay. And children, again, you require a cofactor over here. The cofactor involved is your manganese. Okay. So the cofactor involved with aconitase was ferric ion. Aconitase के साथ ferric ion था, and decarboxylase, oxalosuccinate decarboxylase के साथ we have manganese involved as a cofactor. Acha public, if you see, oxalosuccinic acid was with how many carbons? It was with 6 carbon in all. अभी उसमें से carbon निकल चुका है. कौन से form में निकला? Carbon dioxide के form में निकला है. So the products which were all of 6 carbon till now is for the first time going to convert into a 5 carbon compound that is termed to be alpha keto glutaric acid. कितना carbon का ये? Totally, this is of 5 carbons. ठीक है? Children, अभी थोड़ा सा complicate होता जाएगा. So before I proceed with the other part towards our left hand side, let's revise the right hand side. So oxaloacetic acid is with 4 carbon. It's going to combine with an acetyl CoA molecule coming from the cytoplasm, which has 2 carbon. There would be a water molecule involved along with the enzyme citrate synthase. The step is said to be hydration, and the product formed is a 6 carbon citric acid. The first compound formed is citric acid, and hence this cycle is also termed to be citric acid cycle. I have already mentioned it. This citric acid is going to lose water, that's called dehydration, in presence of a biocatalyst called aconitase. I'm going a bit fast because I've already revised it once or twice before too. The cofactor involved is ferric ion. The product formed after dehydration was cis-aconitic acid, which is again going to gain water. The enzyme involved is same, that is aconitase. Cofactor is the same, that is ferric ion. This particular aconitase ki action ke wajah se, you will have formation of isocitric acid. This isocitric acid is with 6 carbons. It's going to show a step that's called oxidation, also called dehydrogenation. That is removal of hydrogen. The coenzyme working over there is NAD+, that stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Full form was mentioned in the last lecture. It will get reduced to NADH plus H+. The enzyme involved, the biocatalyst involved in this reaction is isocitrate dehydrogenase, forming another 6-carbon compound that's called oxalosuccinic acid. मैं तुम लोगों को बता दिया है कि कैसे याद रखोगे, ox कब आया, ox के बाद आया. This is going to now release a carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. The step is said to be decarboxylation, and the enzyme working for decarboxylation is oxalosuccinate decarboxylase, which would require manganese as the cofactor. For the first time in the entire cycle, we are having a 5-carbon compound, children. Acha, important statement coming up. If you guys are writing, please definitely note it. Guys, पहली बार एक कार्बन निकला है Krebs cycle में and एक 5-carbon compound form हुआ है. So I can definitely say that alpha ketoglutaric acid, I repeat, alpha ketoglutaric acid is the first 5-carbon compound. इसमें तो किसी को doubt नहीं होना चाहिए. It is the first 5-carbon compound. Yes, okay, great. And I'm now saying it is also the last 5-carbon compound. Now when I'm saying that it is a last 5-carbon compound, इसका मतलब ये होता है कि या तो इसके बाद में कार्बन ऐड होगा या तो कार्बन निकल जाएगा. तुम लोग क्या लगता है, कार्बन ऐड होगा या कार्बन निकलेगा? What would happen? निकलेगा, that's great. It will, नहीं children. Yes, definitely, it will come out. The reason, the logic to it, we have the oxaloacetic acid with 4 carbon. So over here, children, the final statement coming up again, alpha ketoglutaric acid is the first and the last 5-carbon intermediate of Krebs cycle. It's the only 5-carbon intermediate, a very important question from KVPY perspective. So please, if you guys are writing the notes somewhere, नहीं लिख रहे हो तो I am definitely going to write it. अगर लिख रहे हो तो इसको highlight करके लिखना. ठीक है? Okay, before I proceed, I'll just check your doubts once. Give me a moment. The screen should be visible now. Yeah, all right. So guys, the 5-carbon intermediate मतलब ये पूरा साइकिल खत्म नहीं हुआ है, बीच के कुछ इंटरमीडिएट्स होते हैं, जैसे कि सिट्रिक एसिड फर्स्ट कंपाउंड हो गया, सिस एकोनाइटिक, ये सब के सब इंटरमीडिएट्स ही है चिल्ड्रन. अल्फा कीटोग्लूटारिक एसिड. Now guys, this alpha ketoglutaric acid, as I mentioned before, is going to undergo a step wherein again CO2 release होएगा, because ये अकेला 5-carbon compound है. But children is going to show a dual reaction here. सिर्फ कार्बन ही रिलीज नहीं होएगा, साथ में even hydrogen is, oxidation will happen. Oxidation मतलब ही your dehydrogenation. So here comes out your carbon dioxide, that's decarboxylation step, and simultaneously you will also have release of hydrogen, which would be taken up by NAD+, converting into NADH plus H+. Children, have you all seen this reaction before? You all must have seen a decarboxylation and oxidation happening simultaneously somewhere over here, oxidative decarboxylation. and I had told you कि जब ये reaction होएगा तो this particular compound formed would be unstable, and to stabilize it we had the CoA. Exactly the same way, guys, over here also now the compound formed, I'll write the name first. The compound formed is succinyl, and this succinyl is unstable. कौन आएगा इसको stabilize करने के लिए? Again you will have coenzyme A entering in, forming succinyl coenzyme A. अल्फा कीटोग्लूटारिक एसिड के पास कितना कार्बन था टोटल? 5 था. एक कार्बन उड़ गया, बचा कितना कार्बन अपने पास? 4 carbons. So succinyl CoA is a compound which has totally 4 carbons, children, and the steps name. Step का नाम, 2 reaction हुआ है. I'll quickly tell you all once again. CO2 भी निकल रहा है, NADH2 भी आया है यहाँ पे पिक्चर में. So it's oxidative decarboxylation happening again. And guys, the enzyme involved over here, you will have to remember कुछ और चीजें भी होती हैं यहाँ पे children, जैसे कि you have a cofactor, something called TPP involved. I'll tell you all the full form also, don't worry. You have involvement of TPP. You have magnesium ion involved over here. And along with that, the enzyme involved is, I don't have much space. The main enzyme involved over here, children, has to be dehydrogenase. जैसा हमने last time भी देखा था. The name of the enzyme goes like ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. Ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. मैंने तुम लोग को last time last lecture में logic दिया था that why are we not writing the enzyme suffix as decarboxylase? Because decarboxylation में you're just removing the carbon. Dehydrogenation में you're removing it from ketoglutarate and attaching it to your NAD also. So उसका dual activity होता है. So dehydrogenase is of more significance there. ठीक है? Moving on towards the next step. Children, like acetyl CoA जब भी पिक्चर में आया था, immediately next compound में CoA गायब हो गया था. CoA was released from here. Exactly the same way, again the CoA would be released. ठीक है? So in our next reaction, you will find release of coenzyme A. Also, guys, you will have simultaneously release of something called IP. In my previous lecture of glycolysis, I've mentioned what is IP. IP stands for inorganic phosphate, and this IP is for the first time going to combine with GDP. GDP stands for guanosine diphosphate, and this GDP is going to convert into GTP, that's guanosine triphosphate, which would then convert into something called ATP. At the point when succinyl CoA releases CoA, IP is released. At that specific point of time, ADP अपने पास नहीं है. In the process, in the mitochondrial matrix, ADP is absent. तो ADP के बदले, ADP क्या था? Adenosine diphosphate. तो ADP के बदले, who is now available? GDP, guanosine diphosphate is available. तो वो ले लेगा phosphate और convert हो जाएगा किसमें? Guanosine triphosphate में. और फिर guanosine triphosphate का G would be replaced by E, and that's how we get ATP formation. Children, इतना पूरा लंबा process हो चुका है और अभी तक अपने पास सिर्फ एक ATP आया है into picture. I'll write it in a better way. It's ATP which has been formed. Only one ATP अभी तक आया है picture में. And here, the compound formed after this is succinic acid, which is with 4 carbon. This succinic acid, children. Acha, I'm sorry, I did not mention the enzyme's name. Enzyme involved over here, you know, phosphate aa raha ho, ja raha ho, there has to be an enzyme that is kinase involved. So यहाँ पे भी kinase आएगा, and it is called succinyl thiokinase. Thio बुला लो, theo बुला लो, whatever is comfortable with you all. So succinyl thiokinase, because the sulfur group is also involved, is the main enzyme catalyzing this particular reaction. ठीक है? And it leads to formation of your succinic acid. Now, this succinic acid is going to, in the next step, children, this succinic acid is going to release hydrogen. Hydrogen का निकलना can be termed as hydrogenation के dehydrogenation. Yes, it is dehydrogenation, and the enzyme would be termed to be dehydrogenase. It's called succinate dehydrogenase. Guys, this enzyme succinate dehydrogenase is some special enzyme जिसका information मैं तुम लोगों को next slide में दूंगी, because यहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा खिचड़ी हो जाएगा फिर. So succinate dehydrogenase is a very special enzyme which is also involved in ETS, which we are going to see next today. Succinic acid is going to release hydrogen, and guys, ये hydrogen usually is taken up by whom? It's usually taken up by NAD. Guys, for the first time, instead of NAD coming into picture, we have some other coenzyme called FAD coming into picture. And this FAD is going to get converted into its reduced form, that is FADH2. Guys, FAD stands for, I'm writing it over here, it's flavin adenine dinucleotide. It is flavin adenine dinucleotide. It would get reduced to FADH2. And yes, I know you all must have posted the doubt that where is NAD? Abhi tak NAD le raha tha. At this point of time, we don't have adenine. So nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide is absent. And hence we have the one who is going to take up the hydrogen is FAD here, converting into FADH2. All right. Forming the next compound that's called fumaric acid, which is again with 4 carbon. The step involved over here is your oxidation. Fumaric acid is now going to get converted into the next compound by a very simple step, that is addition of water. Addition of water can be termed to be hydration. And the enzyme involved here is fumarase, forming malic acid. This malic acid is again with 4 carbon. ठीक है? Further, children, this malic acid, you know the last step, I've already told you all. This malic acid is going to convert into oxaloacetic acid by the step called oxidation or dehydrogenation, and there would be release of hydrogen, which would be taken up by your NAD plus, converting into NADH plus H plus. The enzyme involved is same, that is dehydrogenase, called malate dehydrogenase. So guys, the entire Krebs cycle is now done. And ये पूरे Krebs cycle में, children, ये पूरे Krebs cycle में, we just have this one ATP formation. I'm giving a quick recap right from alpha ketoglutarate acid because उससे पहले वाला part मैं already कर चुकी हूँ. Alpha ketoglutarate acid was the product of decarboxylation. It was oxalosuccinic acid which underwent decarboxylation in presence of enzyme decarboxylase. This alpha ketoglutarate acid is the only 5-carbon intermediate in Krebs cycle. This particular alpha ketoglutarate acid is going to undergo a dual reaction that is said to be oxidative decarboxylation, जिसमें हाइड्रोजन भी निकलेगा और CO2 भी निकलेगा. हाइड्रोजन का निकलना is oxidation, CO2 का निकलना is decarboxylation. The step is said to be oxidative decarboxylation in presence of enzyme ketoglutarate dehydrogenase. There are some more cofactors involved in this particular reaction. The product formed over here is succinyl, which is very much unstable, और उसको stabilize करने के लिए आएगा अपने पास coenzyme A. So we have the compound form that is succinyl CoA. Now this succinyl CoA, I'm sorry, I did not mention magnesium ion is also involved over here, and TPP, that's thiamine pyrophosphate. Thiamine pyrophosphate is also involved in this particular reaction. That's again another cofactor involved. Okay. Succinyl CoA, it's a 4-carbon compound. This succinyl CoA is now going to release IP as well as coenzyme A. When this particular reaction happens, you have GDP which is there into picture, and GDP is going to take up the IP, converting it into GTP, and eventually ATP is formed. Now guys, this particular reaction will be catalyzed by succinyl thiokinase, and there will be formation of succinic acid. Succinic acid is going to undergo oxidation. The hydrogen would be captured by FAD, which stands for flavin adenine dinucleotide. This reaction was catalyzed by succinate dehydrogenase, forming fumaric acid. Now this fumaric acid formed is going to undergo hydration, that is addition of water. And once hydration is seen in presence of fumarase, you have formation of malic acid here. Malic acid formed is again with 4-carbon, which is going to undergo oxidation, also called dehydrogenation, in presence of enzyme malate dehydrogenase. Your NAD plus will get converted to NADH plus H plus. And eventually we have the formation of this oxaloacetic acid. All right, guys. I hope this much is clear with all. This was my slide number 14, and this is my 15th slide. I would want you all to take a screenshot. I hope the screenshot is done. And very quickly, I'll just view your doubts here. They may ask you names of the enzymes also. So guys, the way to remember, it's quite a lame way, but this is how I had studied. So you may remember it like O, citric acid is such a silly, stupid, funny molecule. Meet students, if they are right now in the session, तुम लोगों को पूरा Krebs cycle as it is learn करना है. So guys, that was all with Krebs cycle. Now we can talk about the next pathway involved. So guys, I had told you all that aerobic respiration would involve glycolysis firstly. Second would be your Krebs cycle. And the third one is ETS. So let's see कितना ETS आज cover होता है. And what is the significance of ETS? अच्छा मेरे को एक बात बताओ पहले. देखो, when I started with the entire process, मेरे पास न्यूट्रिशन था, वो डाइजेस्ट हुआ, वो डाइजेस्ट होके सिंपलर फॉर्म्स में गया and it has formed a compound that's called glucose. This glucose entered the cell, right? ये ग्लूकोज सेल में एंट्री किया, साइटोप्लाज्म आया, साइटोप्लाज्म में उसने एंट्री किया, साइटोप्लाज्म में उसके पास बहुत सारे एंजाइम्स है साइटोप्लाज्म के साथ पास, and hence this glucose got broke down into multiple steps and it has eventually formed pyruvic acid. अब मेरे पास pyruvic acid है. This pyruvic acid could further show a dual reaction that was oxidative decarboxylation. And उसने बनाया acetyl CoA with 2 carbons. अब मेरे पास क्या है? अब मेरे पास acetyl CoA है. So I could proceed with the next cycle, that is Krebs cycle, the TCA cycle or क्या बुलाते हैं, citric acid cycle. After this cycle got over, children, मेरे पास क्या है? After the cycle got over, देखो जैसे ग्लाइकोलाइसिस खत्म हुआ, पायरुविक एसिड था, एसिटाइलेशन खत्म हुआ, एसिटाइल CoA था, Krebs cycle खत्म हुआ, I don't have anything with me, do I? It's a cycle, it's a continuous cycle which is happening and happening and happening. चल चेक करते हैं. मेरे पास CO2, वो तो मैंने एक्सहेल कर दिया. I don't have the CO2 also. Water in out cytoplasm और mitochondrial matrix में ही रह जाता है. I can't proceed with that. हाँ, but then I do have 1, 2, 3 NADH plus H plus and 1 किधर गया? FADH2. ये तो मेरे Krebs cycle के हो गए. कितने NADH2 या NADH plus H plus है मेरे पास? 3 है. out of 1 Krebs cycle public, एक Krebs cycle से कितना Krebs cycle होने वाला है total from 1 glucose? Right? शुभम, कविश, तेजस, वेदांत, विहा, मोहम्मद, right? 2 Krebs cycle होने वाला है. अगर मेरे पास 2 Krebs cycle होना है children, I'm just writing it in rough for our understanding. अपने पास क्या क्या steps हुआ है? We have completed glycolysis, acetylation and Krebs cycle. And इसमें मेरे पास क्या क्या produce हुआ है? I've got some amount of ATP with me, some NADH plus H plus, and I have FADH2. Let's quickly have an understanding कि कितना क्या compound मेरे पास है अभी बचा हुआ. So glycolysis net gain of ATP कितना था? 2. Acetylation में 0, acetylation में 0 ATP है. Krebs cycle में 2 cycle consider करेंगे तो 2 है. Let's talk about NADH plus H plus. Very quickly, I want to know glycolysis में कितना NADH बना था? Glycolysis, Aman, glycolysis, राजदीप glycolysis, मोहम्मद glycolysis में NADH, वेदांत यार तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो? गैस मत करो यार. अरे मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, माथा खराब हो गया है तुम लोग का. किधर गया ग्लाइकोलाइसिस? हाँ, what is this? 2 NADH plus H plus only. चलो acetylation का आंसर दो. Acetylation quickly. Acetylation में कितना NADH plus H plus है? Guys, please keep on revising the lectures here. What is the point in coming and sitting like this? ये acetylation हुआ है और इधर कितना है? इधर भी 2 है. क्या कर रहा है पब्लिक? 2 ग्लाइकोलाइसिस में और 2 एस्टाइलेशन में। अब चल यार, अब भी अभी पढ़ा है, ताजा ताजा है एकदम। क्रेब्स साइकिल में कितना है वो तो सही बता दो। In 1 Krebs cycle 3, in 2 Krebs cycles it would be, कोई तो है शॉर्ट टर्म मेमोरी लॉस वाला जिसको याद ही नहीं है अभी अभी पढ़ाया हुआ चीज। Children, not to forget, even if you are a PCM student, तुम लोग का जेई मेंस एडवांस होने को भी टाइम है, उतना तो तुम लोग मेमोरी रखो यार। So 2 here, acetylation में 2 and Krebs cycle में 6, FADH2 nothing, nothing, FADH2 in Krebs cycle, people answer this, FADH2 in Krebs cycle। अरे भाई 2 साइकिल होता है, come on guys, come on, एक साइकिल में एक था, 2 साइकिल हो रहा है, 2 FADH2। So totally children, I have 10 NADH2 with me and I have 2 FADH2 with me। अब ये चलेंगे आगे because I don't have any substrate left, right? Now these are going to move ahead. They're going to move towards our next pathway, that is ETS. So let's understand. Guys, ETS stands for something called electron transport system। भाई साहब ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। This ETS is very 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 important। You know why? चल, कितना ATP बना भाई अभी तक? टोटल ATP कितना बना है? फक्त 4 ATP। We just have 4 ATPs with us right now। And बनना कितना है टोटल? 38। We just have 4 ATP with us, मतलब we are still lagging in total 34 ATP। ग्लाइकोलाइसिस खत्म, एस्टाइलेशन खत्म, क्रेब्स साइकिल खत्म। अब किसके सहारे बैठे हैं हम? Only and only ETS। This ETS is going to somehow do some magic and provide us the 34 molecules of ATP। Make sense? Why did I say this is very 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 important? Right? All right then. Proceeding further, your electron transport system, that is ETS, can also be termed to be ETC। तो उधर सिस्टम के बदले चेन आ जाएगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसपोर्ट चेन। ठीक है। Now, what is the importance of ETS? How is it going to be controlled? Which are the things involved? Let's talk about that in today's lecture। The actual process of ETS, I don't think so I'll be able to complete it today because बहुत बड़ा process है, बहुत दुनिया भर के doubts आते हैं, मेरे medical के बच्चों को भी इसमें बहुत doubts आते हैं, and it's very important। So let's proceed with it। Let's understand the basic thing required for ETS। So guys, हम लोग को इतना पता है कि जो भी हम proceed करने वाले हैं, we are going to proceed with NADH and FADH2। So I can say ETS is associated with release of and with release and utilization of energy stored in which compound children? किसको लेके चल रहे हैं अपन ETS में? NADH plus H plus and FADH2। I've given you the full form of all। ठीक है। अब चिल्ड्रन NADH2 से अपन NAD तो लेंगे नहीं, वो तो अपने बॉडी का ही पार्ट हो गया, लेकिन उसके साथ जो associated H is there, that is the one which is going to give us energy। Yes, ये जो H है, it is somehow going to help us in giving energy। अगर इसमें से मैंने H निकाल दिया, can I say NADH and FADH2 have undergone oxidation? उसमें से अगर मैंने H निकाल दिया तो बोल सकती हूँ ना मैं। So my next point here, NADH plus H plus and your FADH2 are both oxidized and electrons भी release होने वाले हैं अच्छा चलो, मेरे को एक और डाउट आया यार, अपन बात कर रहे हैं एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन का, राइट? पूरा ग्लाइकोलाइसिस खत्म, नो यूज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, देन आई टोल्ड यू कि चल ऑक्सीजन यूज नहीं हो रहा है, दैट मीन्स कि ये जो प्रोसेस है दैट इज कॉमन फॉर बोथ एरोब्स एज वेल एज एनारोब्स। एस्टाइलेशन में भी अपन ने ऑक्सीजन यूज नहीं किया, क्रेब्स साइकिल में भी अभी किधर कोई कहीं पे भी ऑक्सीजन अपन ने यूज नहीं किया, तो भाई एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में ऑक्सीजन यूज होता किधर है? It's going to happen over here, children, in ETS. Only for the first and the last time you will find use of oxygen. जो भी electrons release करेंगे ना ये NADH2 और FADH2, that electron would be taken up by oxygen. So electrons are passed to oxygen, which would result in formation of water. ठीक है? कैसे होता है? Of course, during the process, I'll explain in detail. Nextly, children, ETS itself कहाँ होता है? What is the site of this electron transport system? It occurs in inner mitochondrial membrane. Inner mitochondrial membrane of eukaryotes and plasma membrane of prokaryotes. This is for medical students. तुम लोग ने बैक्टीरिया का प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन पढ़ा है, वहां पे तुमने पढ़ा था that respiratory enzymes are present which is going to help in production of ATP. So वही प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन में ये चीज होने वाली है. All right? Okay, guys. Further, children, there are, अच्छा मैंने तुम लोग को बताया नहीं, inner mitochondrial membrane. Do you remember something like this? This was the inner mitochondrial membrane. याद है मैंने तुम लोग को बताया था in the last lecture, the folded one. This is the exact site where the entire process of ETS is going to occur. ठीक है? अब children, ये inner mitochondrial membrane में there are certain complexes present and there are some electron carriers. So I'll just enlist the complexes का names. This is so for ETS we have two things involved that is used in ETS. One that is said to be the electron carrier. Two, the complexes. Guys, I'll just enlist the name location wise, we'll do it later on. Electron carrier में we have something called FMN, we have FES, we have UBQ also called CoQ. CoQ तुम लोग को पता है coenzyme Q होता है, and we have something called cytochromes. ठीक है? Then we also have complexes, children. The complexes are termed to be, there's something called, I'll write it over here. We have complex 1. Likewise, we have multiple complexes. There's this complex 2. Complex 3, 4, and the most important complex, that is complex 5. I'll give you all the full forms of each complexes. So guys, your complex 1 is termed to be NADH dehydrogenase. I hope you will understand my short form here. Dehydrogenase है वो. Children, ये सारे complexes multiple चीजों से बने हुए हैं. वो क्या क्या चीज है उसके अंदर, that I'll discuss later on when we do the actual ETS. As of now, I'm just enlisting the names of the complexes, the full forms of the complexes. So your complex 1 is NADH dehydrogenase. Your complex 2 stands for FADH2 dehydrogenase. Okay. Your complex 3 is said to be cytochrome BC1 complex, and your complex 4 refers to cytochrome C oxidase complex. ठीक है. कॉम्प्लेक्स 5 जो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है उसका नाम है ATP synthase complex. ठीक है. Now one more important thing to be mentioned over here. You have certain mobile carriers also present, like your ubiquinone move कर सकता है, ubiquinone और coenzyme Q ये move कर सकता है, इसके लिए इसका नाम है, इसको हम बुला सकते हैं mobile carrier. Likewise, we also have something called cytochrome में बहुत सारे varieties है, मैं इधर mention कर दूँ cytochrome B, C1, C, A, A3. इसमें जो cytochrome C है ये भी move कर सकता है inside the system, so even that is called as a mobile carrier. ठीक है. ऑक्सीजन लास्ट में आने वाला है पूरे पिक्चर में, इसलिए जब वो आएगा तभी हम लोग वो प्रोसेस को बुलाएंगे टर्मिनल ऑक्सीडेशन. ठीक है. सो गाइस ओवर हियर आई वांट यू ऑल टू टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट. 15 का स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया था आप लोग ने? इफ नॉट तो प्लीज टेक. Sixteenth was only for reference. Seventeenth. And the 18th one. Okay. Yes, guys. So please have a look at this ETS. This is your electron transport system. उसका schematic representation है ये. As I had mentioned, you have this complex 1, complex 2 either present है, complex 3 is here, this is your complex 4, and this one is the last complex 5, that is ATP synthase complex. Guys, हम लोग ने Krebs cycle mitochondrial matrix में देखा था. This side is your matrix side. Can you see they have mentioned over here matrix? ठीक है. This is the inner mitochondrial membrane. जो नहीं अपन ने last lecture में जिसको folded देखा था, that is this particular blue strap. Whatever you see, this is the entire inner mitochondrial membrane. And please imagine that this is the outer membrane. तो मैंने कहा था आप लोग से inner and outer membrane के बीच का जो space है, that space is termed to be intermembrane space. याद आया? ऐसा कुछ पढ़ा था अपन ने? Okay. So guys, these are the 5 complexes in front of you, and all of them are arranged in the inner mitochondrial membrane. Let's have a look at each of them. I've given you the full forms. वही full forms यहाँ पे लिखे हैं, आप देख सकते हो. ठीक है. So guys, complex 1, that is said to be NADH dehydrogenase. If I am telling you all that this is dehydrogenase, मतलब वो hydrogen ले लेगा, right? So once it takes in the hydrogen, children please focus over here. So NADH plus H plus में से hydrogen अंदर चला गया है. अगर hydrogen अंदर चला गया children, you will have electrons also, and the 2 protons would be sent outside. So you have 2 electrons. अच्छा, system का नाम क्या है? The entire system is called ETS, that is electron transport system. They are not going to pass on the protons. Every time you will find that the protons have been pushed inside the inner intermembranous space. वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को पुश नहीं करेगा. इलेक्ट्रॉन तुम लोग को हमेशा इधर ही मिलेगा, ये ब्लू स्ट्रैप रीजन में ही मिलेगा. So here we have NADH. It gives in the electrons. The proton would be pushed outside. And अब तुम लोग बोलोगे कि मैम इधर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन आया, इधर 4 प्रोटॉन्स क्यों आए? So guys, what happens exactly is, ध्यान से सुनिएगा. For the first time, when your NADH is giving in its hydrogen split हो जाएगा, 2 प्रोटॉन बाहर चला जाएगा और 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन इधर आ जाएगा. But this particular complex one will become negatively charged. अगर उसने अपने पास इलेक्ट्रॉन रखा तो वो क्या करेगा? वो मैट्रिक्स से और 2 प्रोटॉन पुल करेगा. It is going to pull 2 more protons from the matrix. So the 2 electrons. One second, I'm getting certain messages. One second, children. Oh my God. 1 minute.